So they were playing their Anita and that, but.
Here's a six-year man, Austin Ekeler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's got a man complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there.
What?
A play like that go against you so
what?
early. Does that shake your confidence?
It's called putting your face on it.
It does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after
that
offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he's got this down to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The Chargers at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Ekeler. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly places like I was today.
Out of the passing game, though, is part of their game.
And my wife might call me, and I don't want to miss a call.
Creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Not for the next 10 seconds.
They snap it to Herbert. Oh, that's
Okay,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. What's no secret, he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
How long Kim been going?
That's how the conversation begins.
Kim been going a week?
Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take
As soon as she left?
If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying,
as soon as Kim left, she got subject?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory?
Oh, well.
The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
He's still living?
Turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Oh, man, if I believe it or not, it doesn't even fucking matter, huh?
You're seeing as opposing jerseys come at you.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
You believe
It's a
him?
game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Followed a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. To throw is Smith. Finding Walker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And now a throw on
This
first
nigga
down
dropped
there,
it.
but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Slot man moves right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And this Charles definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10, here's Herbert once more. And he whips that one incomplete there.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Herbert now. And it's incomplete. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Brings up second and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he will get it in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Seahawks nothing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Back to Walker on first down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, it's Walker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Smith. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Back to the air, Herbert on second down. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. The corner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. touchdown. Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. They find some open field here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 53 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. It's complete to Lockett. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4 inches. They snap it to Smith. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 50, it's Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hit and drop behind the line by Shelby Harris.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From down near his goal line here, Herbert going deep here for Allen. And got his man complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno down to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Geno on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Smith. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, Smith. And once again, it's Eskridge. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again, Smith. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense defense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Geno. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Herbert. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. A give, Eckler running to the right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with touchdown. Donald Penn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this time he is in. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home?
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
Touchdown, Chargers! Jalen Guyton with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Their own 16-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. It's Eckler again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He sets to fire deep. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To try again after the sack, Smith. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this Cook has made. They've been on it from snap one.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on second and 14. Herbert. It is caught left side by the tight end Parham. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Runs over it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.